Listen, IGC is completely self-funded. That means that we did not take any loans or investments or credit to get the company started. Why don't you tell them a little bit about what we did do?
To start IGC, I used money from my first business, Whole Glow, to invest $10,000 to start the company. And prior to that, I took $5,000 and invested it into Whole Glow. And prior to that, I just worked my ass off every fucking summer and saved. Self-funding is a way of being. It's a way of operating in your business and your life. Liv, how did you self-fund your first business when you started coaching?
Great question, and we get this question all the time when people are considering signing up for programs or taking various trainings or simply getting the money they need to be able to start their business and hopefully leave whatever job they're working behind. When I started, I actually took out a $12,000 small business loan at a disgusting interest rate, if I'm telling the truth, but it was the only way that I could have the funds that I needed to leave my job, to be able to take care of myself and pay my rent and all of that, and to be able to hire the coach and go through the coach training program that I needed to go through. It left me with a few months, I think literally 3 months, I was able to survive, and I had to make my business profitable within 3 months, or the loan was going to run out and I was going to be screwed. That's the real story. However, the good news is I paid the loan off 3 years early, and now $12,000 is no big fee. But I've also had other lulls in my business where I have had to get creative to continue to self-fund. I remember when I first found out I was pregnant with my son Knox, it turned my life upside down. It wasn't planned. It was very like, woo, new life. And my business really went into kind of like a valley or a lull for a little bit, and I needed to get myself back out of it because in the back of my mind, I knew I was not going back to the classroom. And so one of the ways to kind of jumpstart my business again was I created this super basic $99 group training program. It was so easy, and I sold like 20 spots in that pretty quickly, and it was just the funding that I needed to be able to live and continue to work in my business.
For me, self-funding was that when I was younger, because everyone in my family worked so hard, I always worked and I saved. I always had like my own little savings account. When I decided to start my first business, I took money from my savings account. It was a few $1,000s, but I took money out, and then here's what I did. I went through the calculation of exactly how many spray tans I would need to do to break even on my investment. And it sounds so basic, but we like talk people through this all the time. People do not do this when they're making investments. They just make the investment and then like hope for the best. Yeah, like they hope they're gonna make it back.
Hope for the best is not a business strategy.
No.
Take note.
It's not birth control either.